Well, it's the beginning of July now, and the vegetable garden is going full tilt with everything growing like mad and masses of stuff to harvest. Now, this scene of abundance can put us in a false sense of security because we might think it's always going to be like that, but of course it's not. If we don't keep sowing now, then we're going to miss out on those delicious autumn, winter harvests. The other thing we really need to remember is that the days now are getting shorter rather than longer. So whereas you can catch up a little bit in spring, once we get past the summer solstice, which for us is the 21st of June, then time, your sowing time, really is of the essence. So we'll start with early July, and that's the first 2 weeks, obviously. So you can sow any variety of lettuce really, and there's actually hundreds to choose from. But if you're looking for some ideas, I would always recommend mini Kos lettuce, Little Gem for crunch, really good lettuce. And then also our French mixed salad for a little bit of variety. Now, we're not going to go into how to grow them right now, but on the back of the seed packs, we do have our sowing dates and we have some information. And then also we have more detailed information on our website, so you won't be stuck there. If you like those bitter salad flavors, and I certainly do, and of course they're really good for your digestion, you could also grow endive or chicory at this time of year. And then you could get a late crop of carrots if you sow in the first 2 weeks. And that's going to be sowing either in the polytunnel or outside, but you just need to make sure that you're sowing directly into the soil there, not in pots and trays for planting out later, because that just isn't going to suit your carrots. So we also then have all our members of the beet family, and they can be sown pretty much any time in July. Earlier the better, I would say. So we have our beetroot, and this one here is Chioggia. So we have these beautiful magenta and white rings, but you can also be sowing your standard beetroot. And then we have Swiss chard, so you can have white stem Swiss chard or coloured ones with yellow or magenta stems, your rainbow chard. And then also we have perpetual spinach or leaf beet. Now, both your Swiss chard and your perpetual spinach are going to give you loads of harvest right up to November. And then for most gardens, they're going to survive the winter. They'll give another flush of really tender, tasty leaves in spring then, before finally running to seed then in April. And then your beetroot is an ideal crop to sow now because it's going to mature in the cooler autumn weather in September and October. And then that's going to give you beetroot to store for over the winter. Now, we're a little bit late now for our winter brassicas, like say Brussels sprouts or purple sprouting broccoli, but you still have time to sow some kale. So we have 3 varieties. We've got Russian kale, we have Italian Cavallo Nero, and then our curly kale. And then also you could sow kohlrabi, purple or white varieties, and then finally our crinkly Savoy winter cabbage. So after mid-month then, Florence fennel really comes into the spotlight with this lovely aniseedy taste. Now this is going to be a real treat for autumn growing because it's very difficult to grow earlier in the year because in late spring and early summer it wants to flower and run to seed. We also have Chinese cabbage, and that is a fast-growing, lovely, crunchy cabbage. And it's lovely in its own right, but it's also used to make spicy Korean kimchi. And my advice to you here is to subscribe to this channel because we are going to be making our own kimchi from the Chinese cabbage we're growing later in the season. Towards the end of the month then, we can grow some lovely tender annual spinach leaves. And then also we're into our first sowings of our Asian salad crop. So that's going to be pak choi, it's going to be rocket, mizuna, leaf mustard. There's a massive range of choices out there. So that's it really. I hope that you found this helpful. There are still loads that we can do and we're planning for the future. So the real test of a really good vegetable grower is having their garden full in autumn and winter. So thanks for watching. As I said, please do like and subscribe and we'll see you in the next video.